Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the FINNY D Show. This is an older episode. This is future me. This is editing me. Just combing through the archives of the unedited, unreleased FINNY D Show episodes. This was supposed to be number 9, but another episode took its place. I'm just giving you guys a heads up. It wasn't a good week. I was heated. I'm a bit grumpy in this podcast. I'm not normally a grumpy person, but in this particular episode I was. I don't think it gets too heated, but I just wanted to give you guys a friendly heads up, just in case you think this is naturally me. It's just me going on a little rant tangent. Something's obviously pissed me off. And it conveys. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. Enjoy the episode. And much love.
Not so much these days, but a few years ago when I was still, post-COVID, just post-COVID, bit pre-COVID, people used to call me out quite a lot on just not knowing when to stop shit-stirring people and stop putting people through the ringer. My moral compass is a little bit fucked up, so sometimes I find it really difficult to tell if somebody's having a good time or not. And there's other times where I just simply don't care if you're having a good time or not, as long as I'm being entertained by my own stupidity. And you might just be a pawn in my little game that I'm playing on myself. If I'm having a laugh and you're pulling some fucking sour faces at me, it might entice me to continue because I know that I'm striking a nerve with you. And that would happen a lot. People would get uncomfortable with me asking the questions that I would ask, or just having the curiosity that I have. And it's simply me trying to just understand sort of what footing that we have with each other. And look, I get it if it makes people uncomfortable, but fuck, man, that's just the way I am, dude. You know what I mean? It's how I be. It's, wouldn't you rather a person that's themselves and being transparent than somebody who's putting up a front and trying to, people please you and say all the things that you want to hear? Because fuck you. If you want to hear that shit, then fuck off somewhere else. I'll sit here and I'll ask questions that might be deep and personal, but to me, they're not. They're just simple questions that, just answer the fucking question, dude. Don't be an idiot. You can ask me the same question back, and I will be as transparent as I possibly can be. It's just crazy that people will ask me personal questions, and I don't bat an eyelid to answer them. I ask the same question back, and they're like, "Oh, don't want to discuss that, especially around here." You don't want to discuss something that you just asked me? I told you I went on a 5-minute tangent telling you about everything to do with your question, whatever that question may be. I don't find many things uncomfortable to talk about. If you ask me a question, I'll try and answer it to the best of my ability. But I run into so many people that don't. I'll ask them a question which is pretty rational, or it's not too personal, and they still consider it a personal question. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with people, dude? What is wrong with people? It's like shitty predatory behavior at pubs. I used to call it out all the time. Do you know who gets kicked out of the pub? Me. I get kicked out of the pub. Do you know why I get kicked out of the pub? Because apparently I'm causing trouble. Not the guy that's fucking been busted squeezing 3 chicks' asses that he doesn't know. No. Because he's being quiet and he's drinking peacefully at the bar, and he only groped 3 women, and that was earlier. Now he's behaving well. But when I come in and I'm a little bit pissy and I might have had a line or 2 and I want this guy to fuck off, what happens? I get kicked out. I've never groped a bitch in my fucking life, but I get kicked out. Not the guy that's groped 3 bitches in one night. Nah. You let him keep sitting there drinking, looking at me through the fucking window. It's like, And that's happened a lot, you know. Rock up to parties, I see something that's just a bit unjust, or people doing something that's a little bit sus or a little bit shit. I'm not afraid to call it out and go, what's going on over there? And go, stop looking. Stop looking. Don't look over there. If that makes you unhappy, then don't look. It's a moral thing. It's got nothing to do with me. I'm simply the conduit who is I'm the siren. My mouth is opening and I'm making the sound saying, that is fucked. What's going on over there is fucked. Does anybody else register that situation is fucked? Nah, because I've showed up to people who've invited me over to their mates' houses before where I don't know the people there. And so I don't really have a lay of the environment, but I'll show up, and this is back in the day, all right? This is like 2018, 19, 2020. And I'll show up, and if shit's going down, if there's any wrongdoing happening, you know, in view of me, and the more drunk I get and the more fucked up I get, the more I'm going to call it out, and the more visceral of a reaction you're going to receive from me. So I look at it like, if you want someone in your life that will look after you when you are fucked up and when you're passing out, he'll drag you over to your fucking car and put you in it, make sure that you're safe, or take you home and look after you. And just ask my missus. Just ask my missus. You know, have I ever faltered on the things that I fucking say? No, absolutely not. Has she ever been put into a position where she is vulnerable? No, not around me. Fuck no. I won't let her. Absolutely not. Any of my mates back in the day? No. Nah. Because I am there to hang out with my mates. If I say I'm going to do drugs, I'm going to do drugs. If I say I'm going to get pissed, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to get pissed. There's no ulterior motive. I'm not going to get pissed no. I'm going there to do the thing that I said I was going to do. And I would rock up to so many of these fucking drink ups, and just the sleaze on these cunts. I don't know if they got blue balls, or they're in a drought and they're not fucking, or they haven't been, you know, they haven't fucked in quite a while. Because a lot of these guys give off the impression that they just don't get to use their dick very often. But it's like, I wonder why. Because you're so desperate to get your cock out all the time. There's probably a reason why it gets locked in there. She's not allowed out. Because you acting that way and behaving that way, especially around other dudes that just look at you like you're a fucking piece of shit, like myself. Do you know who gets punished for that? Me. I got punished for that. I got punished at the pub for that. I got barred from a party for that. You know, I didn't do anything wrong. You know, well, to me, according to me, I didn't do anything wrong. Why? Because I called out bullshit. But I called out bullshit, and that person was friends with the person that owns the house, and they went, look, this guy's causing trouble. No, that guy is saying horrifically inappropriate shit that people that he should not even be associating with. You know? There was a guy that one of my mum's friends brought over to our place one day. I had no idea. Never met him before. First time I ever met him. Comes in the door. Immediately catch a bad vibe off him. Just off the bat. But, you know, I think nothing of it. Maybe I'm a little bit too fucked up. Maybe I'm just overthinking the situation. Which normally, dude, if I get a gut feeling, dude, it never lets me down. So I try to just put it on the wayside, just, you know, try to get to know this guy, maybe see where he's coming from, put out some feelers. He wants nothing to do with me. Why is he wants nothing to do with me? Because my missus is in the house, and my missus' friend's in the house, and they're hanging out and they're dancing. And where's that guy's eyes? Where's he looking? Where do you reckon he's looking? Over at the two chicks. Yeah. So my alarm bells immediately start ringing. I'm not having a good time anymore. I'm not ducking off to the room for cones. I'm on fucking duty now, dude. I gotta protect. The second that I walk to the room to grab a cone, he goes between both of these fucking chicks and starts fucking dancing. I went, nope, put the bong down, walked back out. I said, why don't you dance with me? Wants nothing to do with me. I start thrusting up again. Dude, I got no shame. You know what I mean? If I'm not allowed to make a scene in my mum's house, then I'm not going to make a scene. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make you feel uncomfortable. And that's exactly what I did to this guy. He's trying to like get between, and you could see how uncomfortable these two chicks are. The mate comes up, my missus mate comes up to me and she goes, you know what? I'm just going to go home. Don't even worry about it. His fucking behavior, a guy I don't know, has come into my fucking house, right? Gets between my missus and her friend, and now she's going to leave. And then she did. She left without saying goodbye too, which really fucked me off because there was a time where, you know, he's gone off radar in the house somewhere and he's tried to pull some bullshit, and I just gave him two options. As soon as I found out that she had left, because I was looking for her, I'm like, where'd she go? Oh, she went home. I went, she what? Yeah, she went home. I went, I know why she's gone. She's gone home because she's uncomfortable because we have a strange man that my fucking mum's mate has brought. And I'm fuming, dude. I could put holes in the fucking walls with my face, but I'm not going to. I go out there and I'm like, who is this cunt? Who is? Oh, no, he's a family friend. Don't worry about him. No, he's lovely. He's normally lovely. He's not. I give him two options. Where's he laying? Come back in. He's laying at our bong spot. I threw his shoes on his chest. What are you doing? Get up. Get up. Make me. I said, get the fuck up. My missus starts going off. I have to yell at her because I don't want her to get between, you know, the situation that's about to fucking go down here, but she's really fucking rattling off, and I'm like, I had to tell her to shut the fuck up. Those words exactly, because I didn't want her to, you know. Anyway, this guy, make me. Drag him off the fucking beanbag that he's sitting on. Get shitty with me. Stands up. Cool. We got progress. Get the fuck out. Let's go have a chat. Come have a chat. Or we'll go have a chat out the back. No, come have a chat out the front. Well, no, we're going to have a chat out the back. Get the fuck out the front. Not playing anymore. He's not jerrying any of it. He's so fuck-eyed. He walked in the house fuck-eyed. Have you ever tried to deal with somebody who's just blind, drunk, blackout drunk, totally irrational? And if you hit them, you know like, oh, I shouldn't have done that, because they're gone. But fuck, man, god damn, dude. I didn't want to hit him. I wanted to fucking stab him. You know what I mean? He's driven out a mate, somebody that I was really happy that she was here. I was really looking forward to seeing her, you know, the whole week. And when she showed up, it was great. We were having a great time. And then fuckhead shows up. One of mum's dickhead mates shows up and brings her fucking cunt who I've never met before, and he just tears the fucking house apart. You know? Tears the fucking, you know, the vibes of the house were awesome. Smooth. Always are. Always are. There's usually a pretty good vetting process when it comes to letting strange motherfuckers in the house, but apparently mum slept on it that night. And just let this fucking cunt come through and do his fucking work. And, if I smacked that guy in the face, again, back to the original point, guess who would have been the piece of shit? Guess who would have been the arsehole? Me. I've never understood that. I've never understood that standing up for people or representing some morals, make you out to be the fucking bad guy, even though clear as day, standing in front of you right now is a piece of shit. But do you know what that piece of shit's doing? Gaslighting. He's being quiet. He's taking slow sips. He's not making eye contact. So the mental case always looks like you. I just don't give a fuck about that shit. I gave up on that particular friend because she was happy to have actual fucking predators just hang out at her fucking house. And I try to point that out. She tells me to shut the fuck up to my face because she can't hear the truth. She don't want to hear the truth because she knows what the truth is, and she would rather not face the truth because it's ugly and it's gross. And you know what? I'm getting drunk tonight. I just don't want to deal with it. You don't want to deal with it then. You don't want to deal with it ever. If you're happy to have a person like that puts off that sort of fucking vibe at your house, then you are a fucking scummy, low piece of shit dog yourself. And you deserve to have friends like that. You can go and live in a village full of cunts like that. Fuck yous. You know, I wish we could do that. I wish there was a couple of strikes, especially in a small town where I live. You know, there's a notorious person that everybody knows to be a piece of shit. And that piece of shit gets to carry on with their life like nothing ever happened, you know? And sometimes that person continues. It's not like that person had a troubled past and they're trying to sort of, you know, they found the error in their ways and they're trying to reconcile. No. This person is an active piece of shit in the community, and you aren't even allowed to post on the message board about that person. You're not allowed to post the comings and goings of that person on the main message board. Why? Because the lady that runs the little local message board thing for the surrounding area and the town will ban you if you say anything harsh or incendiary towards that person. So she's got a bias herself. I would love to hear her. I would love to hear the reason why she defends that person, because I bet you she has no legs to stand on whatsoever. So I went to school with him back in the day. He was lovely back in the day. Yep, you know what? Us as humans, we all start off default. You're not a piece of shit from the get-go. Takes a few steps to become that way. So I get that train of thought, but at the same time, pull your head out of your fucking ass. Think for a second. People like that do not deserve to be around other people, especially people that are just trying to live their lives. I've had a strong sense of justice since I was little, even though I was a little con artist when I was younger. I've always had a strong sense of justice, especially when it comes to family members, people close to me. I'm sure most of you are exactly the same. But I do run into a lot of people that sort of say they represent those morals and standards, but will continue to have friends that, you know, beat their girlfriend up, or they know that their mate sometimes gets a little bit too drunk and might hit the missus, and they continue to remain in contact with those people. And if I find out that you remain in contact with a person that is a woman basher, or has spiked women's drinks in the past, or has just done some just scummy, you know, some gutter shit, then I'm not friends with you either now. Congratulations. You've lost somebody because you're a fucking moron. Can't pull your head out of your ass. People like that do not deserve to be figures of the community. They don't. And I don't think, one strike you're out. I don't believe in that. But all these people are on like 50 strikes. They're well and truly past any sort of apology phase and any sort of like growing phase. They've proved time and time again that they're not willing to change the error in their ways. So if I was a ruler of the fucking town, or I don't know what you would call, the mayor? But the mayor doesn't have any power to do anything. The mayor's just a dickhead. He's just like, I'm the mayor. It's like, all right, what do you do? What do you actually do? Just walk around, shake hands with people, you know? What a fucking useless cunt of a job. Give it to a fucking monkey. It's a fucking shit job. You're the mayor of the town. All right, clap, clap. Congratulations. Go sit back down in your fucking council hall or wherever you reside. Because if there was true power in the community, you would be able to go up to that person, the mayor, and say, look, there's a glaring, metastasizing, fucking cancerous human in this town that needs to be removed. What options do we have? All right. The options is form an angry mob, kick them out. That doesn't happen anymore because we're not in the 1700s. I don't know why it doesn't happen anymore. It seems like a pretty fucking normal thing to do, especially if somebody's causing strife in a community. Why can't we gather up the people, march on over there and carry them out of their fucking house and toss them out of town? You know, wouldn't that be fun? I reckon that'd be fun. At the same time, though, my sense of fun is a lot of other people's, sense of dread. But I get it. Look, I know I'm very opinionated and my brain comes from a different place. My sort of thought process comes from a different place. But a lot of things that seem like common sense to me just don't. It doesn't. A lot of things that just seem like common sense to me aren't even like registering in other people's heads. And I look at everybody like they have the same thought processes as me, and I'm a fool for thinking that. At the same time, no, it's like these are very obvious things that like keep a community strong and keep the people in the community strong. And a weak point in a community is having somebody there that is taking more of the cake than they're putting in, or just completely taking advantage of the system, completely. And I see that in the small town that I live in. I see that it's a glaring issue and it will never be fixed because everyone in this town's fucking old. They're all pussies. They all claim to be fucking this and that. And they'll ride a fucking Harley Davidson into the pub thinking they're top shit. But a slap could drop some of these cunts. They're just fucking pussies, man. They just let trash reside in their community. You pulling up on your fucking Harley Davidson to the pub says nothing to me. Says nothing. If you really want to show your power and you really want to show force, then you go and remove those very obvious pieces of shit from our community. Otherwise, take that fucking Harley Davidson and stick it up your ass because it's nothing. That jacket with all your patches on it means fuck all. Means nothing because you are nothing like what a bikie used to be. Because you would go straight over to that person's house. You'd kill them. That's what you would do. But now you don't even fucking look anyone in the eye. You walk into the pub and you worry about fucking what people think of you. Look, you got a cool motorbike, mate. Alright? Get your hand off it. Alright? Get back on that motorbike and fuck off somewhere else. Because you're not helping this community. Even though you're representing the patches of the community, are you? Yeah? Alright. Just like everyone else. Just like everyone else. You just let trash keep residing. It's crazy. If a dog shits on the floor in your house, what do you just leave it there on the floor, stinking, festering? Nah, you pick it up and you toss it out, don't you? That's what you do. Think of that. Think about that for a sec. When a dog shit lands on a community, what do? People come and join. People come join in. People shit next to the shit. Just leave it. Just let it fester. Because it's not in your house or it's not in your backyard doesn't mean it's your problem, yeah? Well, maybe it should be your problem. And maybe one day that person will turn and make it your problem. Hopefully. And then when your issues and your cries fall on deaf ears, then what? Karma sometimes doesn't show up on time. That pisses me off. Because it's like, god damn. You believe in the law of karma and it's like, when somebody has done something terrible, shouldn't they have to pay for it? Nah, not always. Not always. It's not always the case. Some people live long and prosperous lives, you know, after they do something disgusting. But, you know, what the fuck am I going to do? Except worry about myself. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Look after my immediate proximity people, my family, and my no friends. I look after my family. That's all I give a fuck about anymore. And myself, of course. Got to look after number one. I'm going to end this episode. I'm just on a tangent, man. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I'm going to go have a couple cones. I'll see you on the next episode.